So I'm here with Wild West Exodus, and today they're going to talk us through what their product's about. So what have you got here?
Okay, so Wild West Exodus, we're currently working through the public beta for 2nd edition. We're aiming at a September launch. And basically Wild West Exodus, it's a skirmish game. It's set in an alternative Earth. It's centered in the Wild West, but it has universe-wide reach. So it's a science fiction game. So you have your cowboys, your Native Americans, but then there's also aliens and giant robots and bizarre energy forms and the undead. So what we're really doing this weekend is trying to introduce people to the world, because this will be the 2nd edition of it. We've picked the game up a year ago and we've been developing it and taking it forward. So we've got a stand, we're going to be running demo games. We've got quite a few good starter sets and introductory systems to all the different factions. I think there are 8 factions, but it kind of scales into multiple themes within those factions. So really, no matter what your interests are, we'll probably find something that works for you. We're giving away our legendary Captain Nemu, so this is the promotional figure for this year. Each year we're going to do a new promotional figure. This is actually a sneak peek of one of next year's releases, the Crown. So, as we said, it's centered in the West, but for example, the Crown, the British, they want a slice of what's going on over there. So it's not going to be set in England, but it's what happens when the British send privateers to the West, and what are the benefits, normally financial for the British, that could be gained there. We've got some of the studio models, we've got some excellent painters, and one of the things people have always said about the model range is it's quite a striking model range. It's roughly a 36mm scale range, so it's slightly larger than your average model, but that means we get to fit a lot more detail in there. And we do, so for example, Nemu, she's what's known as a legendary version, so they're a bit more dynamic. They come with some cool basing. She's kind of riding her mechanical kraken tail out of the sea. She rides around in a giant mechanical submarine. So yeah, quite visually striking models. What else? What else have we got going on, Craig?
We've got demos going on today to show off how good the game is at the moment, how different it is compared to other game systems, but taking in good elements of other games to try and improve on what the original game was. I mean, there is a lot of elements still from the original to give it the same feel, the skirmish game. Now, the only difference is everything in this game only has 1 wound, so it becomes extremely deadly and makes the game very quick. And very strategical. You don't want to be running out in front of someone and getting shot to hell. But the nice thing about the game, we've got dice, cards, or 2 decks to play the game. So you've got action points, adventure deck, so you can grab more objective points during the game, as well as play the overall scenario.
I think the idea we're pushing for with the game is you can play the game the gambler method. So the Wild West is a place where gambling is quite a good thing. They're quite into their gambling. So if you want, every turn you flip a card and activate a unit, and the fates will decide what happens, because there's a random element about how much you can do with each model that you activate. Or if, like me, you're a strategic, tactical thinker, you think, no, I want a bit more control, you have a second set of cards which you can spend as a resource to gain control with your force, but that then comes at the cost of you lose the ability to score scenario points. So it's that thing of, do you feel lucky, or do you want control? But if you have that control, what can you not do as a result? So yes, it's not just a dice game now. There is a dice and a card metric, which I think gives it quite a unique feel. That's quite unusual. Played on a 3-foot board as well, so that's another thing. A lot of games, I've been gaming 23 years. The 4 foot to 6 foot to the 8 foot to 12 foot is the dream. People can't fit that in the normal, we're something. What's a normal kitchen table? So we reckon 3 foot across. You can get that down. And also, I mean, I'm not getting any younger. I don't have the 5, 6, 7 hours I used to have to play a game. So we're really aiming at that kind of like an hour to 2 mark. So you can kind of come in and play. It's a fulfilling game. It has all the elements of a game, but it doesn't take all day. Building the tournament system at the moment. Obviously, we want a very robust tournament system to kind of take the game on the road and get people. Everyone likes to be, I'm the best at toy soldiers, so it kind of gives them that edge. And
mentioned on the road though, we've got a Trailblazer, where we're going around to stores, clubs to show off how the game plays and so forth. So at the moment today we're also taking email addresses for people if they want us to go to the local club, go to the local store. We'll turn up, meet. There's a guy over there, Darren, who will show how to play and go from there.
And I think the other thing that's quite important is so the public beta is going on at the moment, so anyone can take part. You know, we're very keen for people to try the game out and feedback, and that feedback, you know, already we're at the version 0.05 of the beta. We roll a new version out every Monday, and that has come so far from the alpha. You know, the alpha went through obviously a huge development cycle. The alpha final to beta 5 is already like, it's still the same game, but we're tightening it and tightening it to really make it the best it can be. So jump on the Wild West Extra's website and download the beta rules, try it out. And also, once launch happens in September, all of the rules are going to be available for free online, and all the cards for every model. If you want to print your cards out for the card deck, so. You know, obviously we will have nice printed hard copy versions, but if you just want to try it out and get the feel for the game, everything is going to be available for free, including the fluff as well, so the story, the background. If you want to get to know the different factions, that will all be free if you want it that way. So, you know, the idea is we just want no barriers to you trying the game, and then hopefully come and buy our cool miniatures and become part of the Wild West Extra's world.
Thanks for talking to us, guys.
Cheers.